just out here, caught another blue tongue. I catch them because they just get squashed otherwise, like cars. Where is she? There we go. I'll put them over here and go up in this little mallee stump. The white lock is a blue tongue. Here we go. She looks pregnant. So, really healthy specimen. Really, really healthy specimen. Yeah, see, get up in there. Beautiful lizard, aren't they? Pretty amazing. They call them blue tongue because they've got a blue tongue. Stick your tongue out for us, sweetie. She's like, nah, mate. I don't give you permission to film me. Here we go. Blue tongue. Blue tongue. What a pretty little face. But yeah, this is Black Hill. And it's like a little man-made lake here, dam, pond, whatever you call it. Last time we released lizards a few months ago, it was like up here. So it dries out a bit in summer. Should we get some rains and it should be good. But yeah, it's a great little habitat and area for our little lizard buddies. Plenty of food as well around here, plenty of water. See, they eat insects and stuff like that. Like she's digging in there, moving into the new house. Nice. Called having enough carbohydrate that you can give an F and go and do things. I mean, like, people just, if you don't eat enough carbs, how are you going to save the world? How are you going to save your backyard? How are you going to save your family? How are you going to save yourself? You know what I mean? Carbs, your life jacket. Every meal, every day. Cut the fuck up. We're out here in the Australian outback. We're going to talk about the two biggest things that can totally destroy your life. The two biggest belief systems. Let's have a seat here. This is beautiful Black Hill National Park area. This is basically the Australian outback. We're here in Adelaide, Australia, and the city's just around the corner. It's like a kookaburra just farted. Maybe a koala. Let's take a seat. Let's watch out for the spiders, little wolf spiders around here. Look at the Adelaide Davron Park funnel web. We're going to talk about the two biggest things, man, that most people destroy themselves with. And this is sort of what I stumbled across in my life, coaching thousands of people since '96, and you know, from professional level just to friends, to girlfriends, male friends, etc. The biggest, which is worse. They're almost equal, I reckon. They're almost equal. The first one is not taking advantage, not appreciating, not be grateful for your privileges. What does that mean? Privilege. Well, here's a lot of privileges. White privilege, black privilege, male privilege, woman privilege, you know, Australian privilege, Thai privilege, US privilege, African privilege. Like, we hear the word privilege and we often go, man, that's the worst thing you can do, is like, oh, you got more privileges than me, my life sucks. Everybody has privileges, all right? I've got privileges that you don't have, and you've got privileges I don't have. Life gets really, really cool and really, really fun the moment, the second, not the minute, not the hour, not the day, not the month, not the year, the second you decide to enjoy and have gratitude for the privileges that you have. You know? Once you have those, you know, we all have privileges. You know, I had privileges when I was 20 that I can't have anymore. I have privileges today, aged 43, that I didn't have when I was 20. Right? And it's not about going, oh my God, I've lost my privileges. They come and go, man. Life changes and you adapt to that, or you get crushed and you miss out in the moment. You know, life's only experience right now. Like, there's that saying, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, right here, right now is a gift. That's why they call it the present. You know, present moment's all you got. So many of us live in the past, and that we're offended by what happened to us, or maybe we made some mistakes, or we got rejected, or whatever, and our ego is just like, me, I feel this, me, this happened to me, I. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. Most people take their stuff to their deathbed still complaining about it. It's like, come on, man. We got to move on. Not even just move on, but learn and share and grow as people, right? Like, just, yeah. So that's one thing. It's just not understanding privileges. Right now, what privileges do I have in this moment? I don't have any kids. You know, I've got total freedom, pretty much. You know, financially free, because not of man the money I got in my bank, or my pocket because of my mindset, you know, because of the minimal responsibilities that I have. The fact that I would be just as happy living in a mattress I've dragged from hard rubbish up to the top of that mountain with a sleeping bag I bought new off Gumtree, you know, for the rest of my days, living on top of that, you know, and not even just doing that, you know. I'd be happy to live out here in the bush. Totally happy, just be out in nature all the time. It'd be fantastic, you know. But I'm also happy where I'm living at the moment. You know? So that creates financial freedom, that ability to have that. I've had a vasectomy, so I just have such a stable financial situation. Even if I had zero money tomorrow, you know, I have an Australian passport and we have welfare here. So, you know, now a lot of people in Australia live on welfare. They're like, oh, I wish I had more money. And then I'm like, wish I had more money, man. You know, like, sucks, man. Like, ScoMo, bro. You know, wish I had more money, man. Just got no money. Got a couple bucks, man. Got no money, man. You know, and that's just the reality. So you have people in Australia who be like, oh, you know, Australia sucks, blah, blah, blah. You have people in Adelaide, man. Oh, Adelaide's so boring. I want to go to Sydney. You know, I want to go to Stress Kidney, Sydney. I want to go to Hellman and go hang up down Andrews. Like, privileges, all right? Understand what your privileges are. You have female privileges, white privileges, black privileges, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, everyone has privileges, man. Understand what they are and enjoy them while you got them. Otherwise, your life is absolute misery. You make it misery. Second biggest myth, biggest pernicious belief thing we can have is the fear of carbohydrate. Oh my God. Man, that is like, that's close number 1, 2, like, you know, because that affects your brain chemistry. When you don't have enough carbohydrate, you can't produce enough dopamine. You can't produce enough serotonin. You know, people are, oh, sugar's bad, fruit's bad, rice is bad, they trigger dopamine like cocaine does. So does a hug, man. So does like just chilling out here in nature. You know, I'm just like lounging like a freaking kangaroo. Some people be flipping out. Oh, there's bugs on here. Oh, ants. Oh, snakes, brown snakes. You know how much I would love for a king brown snake to come right up here and get up in my old chompers and start hissing. Viral, bro. That's a privilege. Make the most of it. People go, I wouldn't lay on the ground, you know, like snakes and stuff. It's like, man, you miss out. You suffer. And so having that, not enough dopamine and serotonin means you're in constant state of cortisol reactive, like, your participation in your daily reality is like minimum, man. It's bare bones participation in your daily reality, meaning you're controlled by the media, by a comment, by something said to you. You're like, and you take things personally, and your ego gets out of control when your dopamine and serotonin's low. You're just like, because you're getting like a primal state. Your cortisol's high, you're just like fight or flight. You gain all this visceral belly fat and stuff. Man, if you can't handle what people say about you or whatever, wow. That's, you know, you're going to be, you'll never be happy because your happiness is hinging on people's belief system about you. You know? So yeah, that's a huge one. Social media is a vicious teacher of that. I mean, look what some of my stalkers and haters say about me. I mean, it's like, I had a run with a guy, was it yesterday or the day before, you know? Up Norton Summit, and I'm just like, I got it on camera, maybe I'll put it up maybe away, but, you know what I mean? But it was like, I saw it as like a human interaction, you know, I confronted him, and I was like, what the fuck's your problem, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, you know, just a low dopamine, low serotonin person, just jealous of my privileges, you know, that I've created for myself. And I get it, like, it's no hate for me, it's a bit of frustration. I'd be like, dude, I've known you for 20 years, why are you such a douche? You know, but again, people have low serotonin, people have fewer carbohydrate, and it makes them twigger and tweak out. All right, so you got to have empathy for that. Whew, man, hangry. The stuff people do when they get hangry, man. There's people in prison right now because they were so under carb, they got hangry and did stuff like, why did I do that? It's so stupid. Hangry people hang themselves, man. I mean, metaphorically speaking and literally. All right, carb up, man. I even saw a few of you sent me that Tadej Pogacar. Did I get that name right finally? Even Lantern Rouge sent it as well, about his coach talking about, you know, smashing in the carbs. And then someone left a comment, oh, but well, not on the cover though, isn't it? And he's like, oh, well, you know, you know, like the social narrative against carbohydrates. Oh, but you exercise, Harley. It's like, but you've got freaking kids, bro. I don't. What sort of parent do you want to be? I can just sit out here all night long. And Tasha will be like, hey, where are you? I'm like, oh, I'm just sleeping at Black Hill. She'll be like, okay, cool. You know? If you got kids, you know how much energy they take from you? Far out. Like, being a parent is the hardest job in the world. Why would you want to restrict your carbs? Oh, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to be more attractive to my partner. You know what's attractive to your partner? A stable mood. That's attractive, man. That's attractive. A stable mood, taking advantage of your privileges, having gratitude for your privileges. And that's also hinged on your carbohydrate. Because when you get undercarb, your dopamine's low, your serotonin's low. You're just like, man, like, I know my life's really good. I've got so many things to be grateful for, but man, I'm in a funk. I feel cooked. There's a chook bird up there, you know? I feel cooked, man. My dopamine, I've had that before. I've done the experimentation, the strict carbs. Oh, the chook bird's yep, this is good shit. Or have some chocolate, some theobromine content in the evening. You feel like, you feel like melancholy. You think, man, I've got so much good things in my life, but I'm feeling like blue and down. Cortisol's going up, absence of carbs, that theobromine, caffeine even for some people. So, yeah, you want to just, always eat enough carbohydrates, man. Every day. Every day's race day. Could be racing in bed with your partner. Could be racing to entertain your kids. Could be racing to get a good job done at your job, what you're passionate about. Could be racing to get out of the job you hate, that you just do to buy things that you don't really need to impress people or provide for your kids, because you're away from your kids all day and you feel guilty. So you think giving your kids material possessions and a bigger house and a better postcode and better holidays will make up for being away as a parent, and it will not ever. Most kids I know with eating disorders come from rich parents. Lawyer. If you're a lawyer, a doctor, an accountant, a psychologist, or a surgeon, chances are, if you have a teenage daughter, she's going to have an ED. That's highly likely. And or drug abuse. Simple as that. Because these parents aren't there for the kids, because these parents are like trying to make money because they think that's an undercarb thing to do. Just get undercarbed and be like, oh, money will make it. No. So, failing to eat enough carbohydrate is like, I honestly can't imagine how people go through the day. You know what I mean? I can't imagine how people go through the day. This camera's working all right. I can't imagine it, man. Not enough carbs in the system. It's like not enough battery in your phone. Like, imagine that your phone that you need for work or filming or whatever, the battery runs out at 11 a.m. No, man, I've got this Note Galaxy 10 thing. The battery life is so good, charges up USB-C, boom. It's like this phone's carved up. And I'm like, wow, I wish I had this back in the day, It's like Cadillac of phones with the carved up battery. It's amazing. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to have a product like this, and I'm grateful for it. So yeah, I see it in cycling all the time. I'm trying to lose weight, I have a bit of carbs, Harley. I followed your advice. I'll gain a bit of weight. It's like, dude, you've got an eating disorder. You need to gain a bit of weight. Or there's the other one as well, where they've been restricting, and their thyroid's so low that TSH is, so the T3, T4 is going low, and the TSH is going up, and then so they're just becoming hypothyroid, and they're just having like this refeeding syndrome. That's cool. That's fine. That's healing. They're like, no, I can't do that. I can't get on weight. It's like, well, you got to stay neurotic for life? Oh, wow. Neurotic for life. Oh, wow. There should be the how to be neurotic diet. The raw food diet. Don't eat rice, don't eat sugar, don't eat fruits, good, but not too much. Just whole foods, not juices, not smoothies. It should be called the how to be neurotically raw diet, or how to be a neurotic low-carb keto. It's just insane, man. The carb fear, the ED stuff, man. Like, we all want to be trim and have energy and feel good. That's your God-given right. But do it the right way. Do it the sane way. Do it the sane way. Sanity is constantly seeking the truth. Just being aware of what makes sense and doing that. That's sanity. Insanity's like ignoring the reality. Sanity's embracing harsh, searing, icy cold, sun-searing heat of truth. And just going, okay, that's the truth. That's the direction I'm headed in. That's sanity. Insanity causes a bit. 5 billion people on the planet are actually really slim and lean. They live in India, Indonesia, Asia's, Africa's. White rice, sugar, fruit. Smashing it in as much as they want. They don't have the money to afford a lot of oil and animal products, so they're slim by default. Not by slim by starvation. They've got enough fuel. Rice is $1 a kilo. Half the world lives on less than $2 a day. So, You can get enough calories. You're living very simple, living very basic. But you're eating very, very low fat, and the fat you eat's the fat you wear. So all these people out there say, oh, people, just open your eyes, man. Seek the truth. Travel, man. You know, or if you can't travel, we can't travel now because this flu that's so dangerous. You need a test to find out if you got it. So we can't travel with us at the moment. What we can do is travel on YouTube and check out. Go to the Dalits, go to the slums in India on YouTube. Go to the slums in Philippines. But look how slim some people are. Just the ones who are just eating on the rice and the fruit and stuff like that. A bit of sugar. I think animal products is very, very small. They're not starving themselves. You know, they're just like, they live on rice, man. You know, a bit of physical activity. Wearing flip-flops all day, so you know they're not running. And, but I don't know what it is in the West. We're like so... It's in Thailand as well. I go to Bangkok and to talk to people and they're like, oh, but, rice is bad. And I'm like, dude, you're Thai. Thai. Sorry, cup. Can put on, mate. Can Jay. You're Thai. And you're overweight and you're telling me that rice is bad. And like, if we go to the Isan area, Isan is a part of Thailand where it's the slimmest people probably in the world. Like, if you wanted to cast a movie of 1,000 slim men and 1,000 slim women, you go to Isan, drive a bus, put a sign out and say, hey, jump in the bus, let's go film. I'll give you $5 for the day. Like, they're just so slim. It's amazing. You go to the market, they're tan, dark, and handsome, and and enjoying their lifestyle, simple lifestyle. And you tell these people in Bangkok, the tub ones, the Bangkok bellies, and they're just like, oh, it must be the spices they eat in Isan. It's like, come on, man. You eat spices in Bangkok. This is Thailand. Don't give me that rubbish. And they just don't get it. It's just like, what is it, man? How can a doctor... I meet all those people through cycling. People with money, right? 20-gram bikes, 10-gram bikes. Thai people with money. And they just can't get it. Even Indians as well. I speak with Indians. And they're like, oh, no, the sugar and the white rice is very bad. We've got to eat chicken and ghee. And it's like, dude, the fat eats the fat you wear. And they're like, really? I was like, you a doctor? Yes, I'm a doctor from Bombay. And I was like, dude, can't you understand the basic concept? Fat eats the fat you wear. Oh, but sugar turns to fat. But fat's fat. Fat's fat, and that's that. So when you eat fat, it gets stored as fat. But, dude, you're a doctor. How do you not know this? And I'll be saying it in like a fun way. And the whole table will be like laughing. And I've had so many of these conversations over the years in Laos and these holiday destinations and stuff like that. It's crazy, but yeah, talk to rich Indians, talk to rich Thais, talk to rich Chinese, and you'll say, if I wanted to find a slim wife or a slim husband, where in your country would I go, and what diet would these people be eating? And they'll tell you, like, yeah, they just eat rice and dal, and that's all they've really got. And then I'll be like, can you make the connection? And they'll be like, but the TV says, and I'm like, fuck the TV. What does your eyes say? What does your knowledge say? From your personal experiences observing people. If you want to learn about birds, come and hang out around the trees. You don't need a scientific study to show you what birds do. Come out and see it for yourself. That's the reality, that's the deal. So, not understanding your privileges, fear of carbohydrate. People take these things to the death. They destroy your life quality every day. They just, I don't even know how they originate. I don't know if it's like social conditioning or social programming or some conspiracy theory or whatever. I don't know. But they're rampant and they're everywhere. And just look around if you don't believe me. People don't appreciate the privileges. They have lack of gratitude for whatever reason. Primarily probably because they're undercarbed, low serotonin, low dopamine. And they're going to drugs and dramas and stuff to get a bit of dopamine release when you can just get it from sugars. And they're like, oh, I can't eat sugars, And it's like, I eat, my mental health is because I'm overweight. But then to deal with my mental health, I eat. It's a vicious cycle. And I'm like, well, just cut out all the fat you're eating, and the fat will all of a sudden drip off your body, because now your thyroid gland's working properly, because you get enough carbs and you're not running on stims all the time, and over time you'll slim out, because the body's designed to be slim, because the knee joint doesn't like a lot of weight. Oh, but I don't do a little exercise. Well, what about people in hospital in a coma, in a vegetative state? They're fed a glucose, dextrose, refined sugar drip, and they can go in there 150 kilos, and after 6 months they're 70 kilos, and all I did was lay in bed in a coma state, pumped full of sugar, enough sugar to give them the daily calories, and didn't do any exercise. So if you, my friend, are conscious and awake and have a job and go and walk and do stuff, clean the house, you, my friend, need a lot more carbohydrate than you think you do. And the reason why you're overweight is because you restrict your carbs, you get hungry, you go and smash the chocolate, which is full of fat. 100 grams of choc, what's that? 35 grams of fat. 50 grams of sugar. So for every $50 you give yourself, you're getting a $35 tax. That's $15. That's just pointless. You know, when you have white rice or sugar or fruit, you're pretty much getting, 100% or 90% calories from sugar. You're getting minimal yet sufficient amino acids. Minimal yet sufficient essential fatty acids. It's the win-win. If you far out. If you could do a biopsy on your fat cells, it'll show the fat you ate in the last few months or years. Simple as that. You know what I mean? So then people go and exercise, then come home and replace the fat they burn off with more dietary fat. But then they blame carbohydrate. And it's like, how the heck do people not make this connection? I'm not an academic dude. I'm not that smart. I'm street smart. But like, I was reading someone today from Harvard University, a nutrition professor, was talking about, oh yeah, fructose is really bad, and I was like, oh my God. And the person they're quoting, Robert Lustig, is obese. Doesn't make him a bad person. But why on earth would you take how to avoid obesity from a person who's obese? That's like saying learning how to swim from someone who's drowning. Someone's drowning in the ocean and I can't swim. Give me a life jacket. Oh, what's that? Is this how you swim? You put one arm in front of the other and splash around? Oh yeah, you're swimming. No, you're drowning, bro. Oh no, you're swimming. Oh, you got a PhD. Oh, you're a doctor, and you're drowning in the water. Oh, you must be teaching me swimming advice. Oh, cool, thanks, mate. Next time I go swimming, I'll go swim in a rip with no experience, no life jacket. Far out, man. Don't get caught in that undercard rip that's ripping through society right now. It's insane, man. It's insane. Anyway, that's the recap. Blue tongue lizard, done and dusted. I'm going to get some carbs. I might get some pizza, I might get some rice, I might get some pasta. The hardest thing every day for me is going, what do I want? Do I want pasta, pizza, rice? I want it all. And every day, pretty much, I have it all. So should you. You're worth living your life purpose. You're worth having a good life. And you're worth being good to the people around you versus an undercarbed rainbow. Just a choice at the moment. Be a carved up rainbow or undercarbed rainbow. What are you going to do? Which is more fun, man? Which gets you better vibes, better sex, better experiences, you know what I mean? Which gives you a greater participation in reality? Where's this King Brown Snake? How long have to wait for that?